everyone, how are you doing? Zach here again with another video. In this tutorial, you will learn how to install and download Windows Movie Maker for free. It is completely free. It's a video editor for you that you can use in the future and even now. I would like to share with you the best practices and the knowledge on how to use all the effects and transitions, all the functionality inside Windows 10 Movie Maker. I am excited, so let's begin. Now, first thing that you want to do is to go to your browser and search for Windows Movie Maker 2012 for free. But unfortunately, there's a lot of source that appears in Google, and some of these sites will harm your computer. You know what I mean? I have put down the link in the description box below, and you can download it, follow the instructions, and finish this video. Now, I already have the Windows Movie Maker. Now, what we need to do is to install the Movie Maker that we have downloaded. The pop-up will ask you to allow the device. Just say yes, and then you will be given a blue window that loads the Windows Essentials 2012. Just let it load and wait for the process to finish. Allow it to install the Movie Maker for you, and I'll get back to you when it's done. It will actually take some time to download, so you just have to be patient and wait for the installation process to finish. Alright, so when the installation is done, actually it will not pop up or launch the Movie Maker automatically. So what you need to do is go to Start menu and type Movie Maker. Alright, so this is how the Movie Maker looks like. We are now on the editing screen. Now, first step for you to edit some files is to hover your mouse in this area that says Add Videos and Photos. For me, let's add a video. This is a display capture. You will see the black bar at the very beginning of your video. You can drag it left and right to review your video playback. And if you want the playback to play while you're reviewing it, you can press the play button here, and the video will play for you. Now, if you don't want some portion of this video, you can actually go to edit and stream some part of your video. So for example, I don't like the end part of this video, so I would like to press the trim tool. Now, this bars here indicates the trim tool is already applied. Now, what you need to do is to just drag the bar left and right. Same for the beginning of your video. Like for example, you want the end, just the end part of your video, so you can just drag this bar from right going to left, and then you can save the trim, and it will automatically remove the portion that you don't want in this video. And so for example, you have you need to put a transition in between the video playback. How are you going to do that? This playback is compressed and we only have one video, so the only option for us is to split the video playback. You have to select, make sure the video is selected, and you can see right beside the trim tool on the left side, the split tool. You just have to drag the bar to review the playback. Like for example, you want this playback to divide into two. Just press the split tool, and there you go. Now you already have two video playback. Now, for example, you don't want the audio of this video playback. What you need to do is to select the playback and go to the video volume, and you can drop it down to 0. But if you want all the video playback in this screen, in this thumbnail, you can just press on your keyboard the Control-A to select all the files, the video playback, and you can hover your mouse back here in video volume and make sure that the volume bar is down to 0. Now when you play your video, it has no audio. In most cases, this should be applied if you don't like the audio of your video playback. Now, what you need to do if you want to use the same audio is to export the audio file of your video. You can also do that here in Movie Maker, and then when you exported the audio file, you have to have an audio editor software where you can clean and remove some unnecessary and unwanted background noise. Now, I have one that I am using called Audacity. I have put a video link in the description box below. It is a step-by-step guide on how to use the Audacity audio editor software. So there is also a download link where you can download Audacity directly from the source. Now, let's move on to our next step. So here, you can add a fade in and fade out to your audio. Fade in will be applied at the very beginning of your audio and video playback. And the fade out is how would you like the audio to disappear along with your video. So if you don't apply a fade out, this is how it works. Alright, so as you observe, the volume is set to default. The way the audio disappeared isn't smooth as compared to other videos that you see. So how would you like to apply the smoothness and give comfort to your viewers while watching your video? So audio is very important, and make sure you apply at least slow, fade out, and how it works. Let's see. Let's try it again one more time. Alright, great. So the audio itself just slowly fading, and of course it gives comfort. And it is better rather than setting the fade out to none. And let's try it again. See? So that's the difference between the two. Now, you can also adjust the speed of your playback, but the standard is 1. Now let's move on to view. You can change the thumbnail size to extra small, and it will be much smaller. Let's try large icons, and it will become larger than our first video playback. You can also set the zoom in and out of your video. Now, in this area, in the project tab, it is not necessary to make some changes here. It's just leave it as default. Widescreen is very important. Make sure that the aspect ratio is set to 16:9 to cover all the screen in your video. Now, the visual effects. Alright, this is very important. So, let's say for example we have 3 video playback. I'm going to split another one. And you can apply, you'll see here the drop down menu. You can apply either one of these video visual effects. Let's try for example this one. You will see here in the video playback the effect of each visual effects. Just hover your mouse to each of these options. See, that's how it works. Alright, how to apply? Let's say for example let's choose one. Alright, so the position of this visual effects is at the very beginning of your video playback. Let's see for example, let's play the video, and then you'll see that the visual effects is applied in this video playback. Now moving on to the animations, this is commonly called the transitions. You'll see the drop down menu, and you'll be given a lot of options to choose from. Based on your preference, you can choose the shutters. Let's say for example, let's choose this shutter. Now let's try our video playback how it works. Alright, so first is the transition or the animation was applied, followed by the visual effects. You can also edit the duration of each transition. So for example, this transition, the speed of this transition is set to 1.5. You can change that The higher the number, the slower the speed of the transition. Moving on to the home screen, you will see rotate right and left. This is very simple, easy to understand. The video playback will rotate itself to 90 degree, 360 degree, it's up based on your own preference. So moving on to this important section of this area. Now, title. You can't add a title at the end of your playback because that's the purpose of the title section. You can add a title on your editing screen. So for the title, it should be at the very beginning of your video playback or before video playback. So for example, you have selected the second video playback. Make sure that the black bar is set at the very beginning of this video playback. Now you can select the title, and so for the title you can edit your text. Let's say for example Moonwake. Here at the drop down menu you will be given a lot of options on how would you like to appear your title in your screen. So let's say for example we'll use this one. Now let's try and see how it works. Alright, so that's how we do it. You can also edit the font. Of course, that's the very basic. Sorry, it's because of my theme that it's not visible, but it's actually there. You can choose just one. Let's say the Arial, Algerian, and edit the size. Also, the transparency is applicable. You can also add a transparency to your title. So you'll see here the AA transparency, just click on that and then drag the bar left and right to edit the transparency. And for the background color, of course, you can change that. Let's say for example this one, and of course it will take an effect real time. And you can also edit the start time and the text duration and how long would you like the text to appear on your screen. Moving on to the next, you will see credits. You can add credits, director. You can choose from one of these options. Let's say for example director. Now it is added at the end part of the video playback. Now you can also edit, just do the same thing on the title. You can also edit the font, set the transparency, select the transition and how would you like that to appear on your screen, and also the start time and the text duration. How long would you like this text to appear on your video? And also you can always edit the background. Alright, so this animation is mostly used in the movies. And of course, you can always edit the outline of your text. Let's say, for example, medium. Now you'll see the outline is visible, and you can choose the outline color. Let's say, for example, black. So that's how it looks. Now you can also bold the text. And for the audio, if you'd like to add an audio file, you just have to go back to home and add music. You can just select on the music icon and look for the file, the designated file where you want to select one from your audios. Now let's try to play it. Alright, forgive me. It's pretty obvious that the audio does not synchronize the video playback. It's just an example. And what you can do on your video is also applicable here in the audio playback. You can also trim the audio, split the audio, set a start point, end point, and also, of course, to lower down the volume. You can also set the speed. So there's a lot that you can do here in Windows Movie Maker. But the only downside is that if you are more on visualization, like you like more advanced effects on your video, advanced transition, more transition, which looks like some kind of videos that appears on YouTube and some movies, you might want to upgrade to a paid account or a different video editor. But this is completely free. You can do so much on this video platform. Now, if you are already done and you would like to save this file, now go to File, and then if you'd like the whole project to be saved as a Movie Maker video format, you can choose to save the project or save as. And the purpose of that is if for some reason in the future you would like to apply some changes to this project, you would want to save a draft. That's it. The keyword is the draft. The draft, Movie Maker draft, and you can always change and edit your draft. So you might want to save this project as a Movie Maker. Now, if you want to export a file and make a video file, what would you like to do is go to Home tab, and you hover your mouse in this section. You'll see an icon, but you might want to also see some options in Save Movies, and you will be given a lot of options to choose from. And what I always choose is the 1080 for high definition display, because the video itself is 1080 and I would like to have an HD display of my video. Now, if you don't know how or what to choose from here, you can always choose the recommended settings for this project. It will automatically generate the correct video file, the recommended pixel, the recommended settings for your video. And if you would like to export the audio only of this video playback, or for some video playback that you have imported here in Windows Movie Maker, you can again click the Save Movie and scroll all the way down to the bottom. You'll see the audio only, and you will be able to save this video playback as an audio file. Alright, so we are all done, and that wraps up our video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you've learned something from this tutorial, and I hope that it will help you in the future. And of course, if you have any suggestions or if there's something that I missed to show in this video tutorial, I will appreciate if you can drop your comment down below. And also, I'm willing to accept if you have any technical issues, and I could probably make or create a resolution video in the future. I would like to see you again next time. I hope we meet again soon. But for now,